Hello, everybody. I had my BGM muted. Hello. Welcome to the stream. My name is byzantinesoul, and I will be your liver today. Not your liver, although we'll get to that later. This new starting soon music goes kind of crazy. It does. I feel like it fits me. I feel like all the new music fits me a little bit better than the old stuff. But hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back. I really wanted to stream more last week. Really, I only planned on taking Tuesday off to get some editing done. And then Wednesday came and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I had a prior commitment. I was watching some doggies again. So that was fun. But I was like, oh man, I really want to stream. And I'll get back to the stream on Thursday. And then we all know that didn't work out because for some reason my audio just decided it wanted to stop working. Thank you, Elgato Wave XLR update and OBS Studio version whatever update. You really made me work at it for to like 2 a.m. to figure out how to get my audio working again. But yeah. So I was really excited. I was coming back on Saturday morning. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just have a good stream and everything. It'll be fun. We'll have life and liberty and have a good time. But that's not quite what happened. And judging, you could probably tell from the thumbnail, but I did have to go to the hospital, which we'll talk about in a sec. But if I sound, before we get into the storytelling, if I sound a little, I don't know, sound a little different, a little thinner, a little weaker or something, a little slurry, it's because I am. Yeah. And also, I took my meds about a little bit ago, so if I start to get loopier throughout the stream, and you're like, why is this motherfucker a little loopy? It's because I'm loopy. But yeah. Also, I've been drinking so much water. I have to drink so much water. So if I just like stop talking at any point, it's because I'm chugging. I'm chugging God's juice. That didn't sound right. I miss streaming. Anyway, I was so excited to stream on Saturday. I wanted to stream, but I couldn't because between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., I was a little bit busy. On my first day at my new full-time job, I guess, of puking up my guts. That was not fun. I threw up and I was like, dope, that's over with. So, oh, also this story is a little gross, by the way. If you don't want to hear about me vomiting, trigger warning, I guess. But anyway, I threw up and I was like, dope, that's over with. So I took a shower to sort of cleanse my aura. But no, it was not over with, and it was not dope. And and after like the third vomit, I tried to take some Pepto-Bismol because I thought, you know, maybe I'm constipated, maybe it's like a gas block or something. Because I could feel some pain in like my lower back left or whatever. And I was like, okay, this should be fine. But it was not fine. And I threw up the Pepto, which was 1.5 years expired, by the way. And then, you know, lots of pain, long day, about 2 o'clock on Saturday, and some more expulsion. I decided I had to go and try and get some new meds, some different meds, maybe something over the counter, because nobody else was home, so I had to go and get those myself, which maybe was not a good idea. I had to drive my ass back into town all by myself while I was in excruciating pain, which is not, I don't advise that, by the way, not advisable. And I get to town, I get to the store, I grab the first applicable meds I see, and then I go to the checkout. But I'm in all this pain, and my chip isn't working. And so I had to swipe it or I have to try it like 4 times until the swipe prompt comes out. And the whole time I'm just trying not to yell in the dollar store, you know? I'm so frustrated and I'm in pain and I'm like, oh, this isn't working. And I'm just in the dollar store. But finally I get the meds, mission success. Halfway home I go, oh no. Like the Vine or the TikTok meme. And then I threw up while I was driving. While I was driving, just all over myself in the steering wheel and out the window while the vehicle was in motion. Which was too scary. I thought I was gonna crash or something. That was very scary. And yeah. But thankfully I took a second in between releases, I guess you could say. I pulled over to the side of the road. I got out of the car. I almost got hit by some weirdo taking these nowhere roads in the middle of the fucking day. Thanks, weirdo. I mean, they were probably just on their way home. They probably just live around the area. But anyways, I fell on my knees and hands onto the grass, one limb at a time, like a freaking, you know, like a movie, like how they fall when their friend and possibly lover, who they thought is gonna live and who's definitely not gonna die, but then the audience knows that they're absolutely gonna die, and then they die, and then the protagonist just falls like one limb at a time. I did that onto a hard Midwest road in some grass, and I have a big old bruise on my knee from that because I like threw myself at the ground. But I was just covered in dirt and vomit, and that's the first time. I don't know if you know this, but if you vomit enough, there will be nothing left to vomit, right? But after that, you start getting bile, like the damn Bile Titan in Helldivers. But it's not fun and cartoony. It's not that weird projectile. It is just like slimy Mountain Dew is what it looks like, and it was gross, and I got it all over myself. This is the first time I've ever biled before, but I don't know. I guess put me in a spacesuit and throw me at some Helldivers, I guess. But finally I got home. I took the meds, took another shower. I was just standing in the shower like with my forehead against the glass, looking down. Like with my hair curtains like covering my periphery so I couldn't see. It just bent at the torso or at the waist like a freaking unplugged automaton or like a Lego, I guess, until the meds kicked in. Or, well, that was the plan, except I threw up that meds. I threw up those meds too. So finally, after about like a 6-hour shift, full day of puking, 8 or 9 vomits depending on how you want to count it, including 1 count of bile expulsion while operating heavy machinery, 3.5 showers, 1 unanswered prayer to a god I don't believe in on the off chance of receiving the blessing of blasting, a declined card, all the towels I own, 3 different outfits, and a whole slew of weak little yells like, ah, ah. The pain finally calmed down and I felt like I could eat for the first time around 10 p.m. It stopped hurting about 4 p.m. I stopped throwing up, but I finally felt like I could eat around 10. And then, before that, in between the audio issues and the vomiting, I also stubbed my big toe hard as shit at like 4 a.m. in the dark. So, Saturday was like the best day of my life, actually. It was fun. On the bright side, I did look in the mirror at one point, and I was surfing face for some reason. I looked like one of those girls getting lifted by their hair by a masked man from like those TikToks from like a year ago. Or like page 57 of an 83-page doujin, but with more jawline. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Just absolutely mind broken. And my hair looked kind of elven, you know, wavy, a little auburn Aragorn coated, if you will. But I was like, why do I look so good and feel so bad? But like I said, the pain went away about 4 or 5 on Saturday, and I felt better. I didn't really think anything of it because I'm used to having like a one-off throw up day, you know what I mean? I'm used to throwing up heavy for like a day and then for no reason, and then it's totally fine. So I didn't really think anything of it. I felt good. I felt better. And then Sunday comes around and I feel great, honestly. I was super energized. I had a super clear head. No pain, no puke. I was good. I didn't call anyone or anything because, like I said, I'm pretty used to having one-off throw-off days, like fucking filler episodes or something. But I felt good all day. like almost a full 24 hours. I was totally fine until about like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Oops, pain's back. And then I was good for like, I was just in pain. I didn't throw up for like another hour, and then I just started getting racked with pain. They write it in the novels. They're like, the body's racked with pain. I was like, that's a little dramatic, but no, I felt that for the first time. That was not fun. And I threw up for the first time on Sunday, and my mom calls me right after. She's like, "What's up? You good?" I'm like, "No." No. No. And then nobody was home. My parents are like 10 hours away at this point, so they couldn't really do anything, but they called my aunt and uncle, and they had to come over and pick me up and take me to the hospital. But they also live a ways away, so I had to just endure another like 40 minutes of extreme pain. But thankfully they finally picked me up. But then it's like another 30 minutes to the nearest emergency room because I live in the middle of fucking nowhere and I'm dying. And then halfway there, they have it's the people I was dog sitting for just a couple of days before, my aunt and uncle. They have dogs, and so they have little doggy blankets in their vehicles. And I threw up in one, which was very gross because the ramen I had, this is disgusting. I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it. The ramen I had for lunch looked like worms because there was no liquid. It was just parasites. But I got to the hospital. The emergency care is full, but I had to wait a little bit, but it was totally fine. They got me in quick as they could. And then I was just in the hospital for like 6 more hours getting pumped with meds and stuff. A few of those hours were really rough too. And then the overnight shift took over and they gave me even stronger stuff in my IV. So shout out overnight nursing staff. Y'all are the real ones. And then at one point, one of the IV bags ran out and it was just beeping for like 20 minutes at various volumes. It was like going out louder and quieter and louder and quieter. And then we waited another like 15 minutes after that until someone finally came in to turn it off because one of the IV bags was empty. It was supposed to be empty after a certain amount of time, but just nobody came in and turned the alarm off. But in the end, it was a bad time. The final verdict is kidney stones, which are, I guess if you don't know, are known to be extraordinarily painful. Some people say it's more than childbirth, but I don't know about all that. Childbirth's kind of terrifying. But it's supposed to be super painful, like gunshots, childbirth are like the comparisons. And I was just in that pain for 2 days. But which was not fun. Worst pain I've ever had. And I am prone to injury and illness. So when I say that, you know it's true. That was fucked. Hold on, I gotta get some water. But it was a bad time. I had a bad weekend. I had a bad week. It was a bad time. It was a very bad time. But I'm good now. But also, so if you didn't already know, my diet's already pretty limited, but now it's even more limited. Hope you're feeling better. I am on meds, so I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good today. I am feeling better. So the way that it works is once the kidney stones get actually to your bladder, they don't hurt. And when you piss them out, they don't hurt either. It's just getting to the bladder is excruciating because, as the doctor said, one of the doctors, her way of putting it was, oh, it just scrapes your insides all the way down. And then she put her hand up, did a chalkboard scratching motion, and made this sound while I was just getting drugged up on the hospital bed at like 1 a.m. She was like, yeah, so you shouldn't feel any pain. If you're not feeling any pain now, you won't feel any pain later. It's just it's just scraping your insides. And then she went and did the hand motion, and I was like, all right, doc, I got it. I got the gist. I got the understanding. But yeah, My diet's gonna be even more limited now, which is rough, but I don't really know how I'm gonna do it. I've just been eating apples a lot. And I bought some tofu, but I don't really know what to do with it because I don't know how to use. I've never made tofu. Basically, I can have fruits and veggies and then like chicken once a week maybe if I feel like it. But also I can't have all the fruits and veggies because I can't have some of them from GERD, right? So all the good ones like citruses and strawberries I can't even have. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. I gotta figure out I gotta figure out my new diet, but I couldn't get any prescriptions on Sunday night, Monday morning because it was closed. Like I said, there's nothing open near where I lived during my hospital visit. So, but yesterday I went and picked them up in the morning, I guess Monday morning, which I had to pay out of pocket because I don't have insurance. Yay, America. God knows how much my hospital visit's going to cost in the end. Oh man, this last week sucked. But yeah, I thought about streaming yesterday or the day before, yesterday, I guess. But if I had streamed yesterday, my voice I would have sounded a lot different. Now I'm just kind of like, I can't really project very well. But yesterday I couldn't even talk from my normal place. I would have sounded a lot higher pitched because my lower throat was just messed up. But we're getting back to normal. Why? Hold on, I'll be back. We'll be back. Come on, gamers. We'll be back. I'm coming back. Am I back? Am I back? Are we back? Am I back? Oh, I cannot catch a break, huh? I think I'm back. Are we back? We're back. Hello, America? Yeah. We're back. Oh my god. Cannot catch a break, huh? But I'm good. The gist of the matter is I'm good. I'm on my I got 3 different prescriptions I gotta take. And I gotta drink a lot of water. And my diet's even more restricted. But we're good. We're feeling good. There's no pain. There's no pain. I should not. You know how I said I went and got my meds yesterday? I should not have. I only slept. So I got home about 3 a.m. I woke up at like 6. Well, I got home about 2. I went to bed about 3. I woke up at like 6:30. And then I went about 9, 10 a.m. to get my meds. I should not have. Even though I didn't take my prescriptions that I did have before that. I should not have drove half an hour one way to get to the closest Meijer to pick up my prescriptions. After being pumped with hospital silly juices for 6 hours and then sleeping for like 3 hours. In hindsight, that wasn't a good idea, but I made it. And I made it back. Yeah, in hindsight, that was not a good idea. But at the time, I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. Which, is true. I guess I was built for mental acuity, I guess, but... But, that was my weekend. I, had a bad time. It was a bad time. It was a bad time. But we're good now. We're ready to get back into streaming. I put my video from Friday on in the pinned comment, or in the pinned whatever, because I Didn't really get to promote it that much because I was busy. I was busy in the emergency room, so go watch that if you haven't seen it, and I'll just keep that up for the rest of the stream. But yeah, that's my time. That was I have to drink a lot of water, so one thing I'm gonna do is I want to add a new emote. I want to add a new emote because I'm gonna need in the foreseeable future, I'm gonna need you guys to not too often, but just once in a while, remind me to drink my water. I need a little hydration check, so I might open up Better TTV and maybe pick out a new emote. Just so we can keep me hydrated. Wish you could stay longer. Gonna have to head out, get ready for bed. New job is me waking up hella early. Hell, whoa. Well, what am I trying to say? Sorry, meds are kicking in. And thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Sleep well. Get up early. Have fun at your new job. Congrats on your new job, by the way. And yeah, I'm gonna add a new water emote. That's what I'm gonna do. I want a new emote. Search hydrate. I need an emote. H2O. Water, hydrate, water. Have a good night. Turns out I don't really like any of these water emotes, huh? Drink. H2O. Drink. All right, I'm gonna add this one, and hopefully it, when we get this one, it's gonna be a so if you have Better TTV, we now have a new drink emote. If you don't have it, you're just gonna see the word drink. But if you do have it, you're gonna see a cute little emote. Little emoji. But yeah, that was my weekend. It was awful. I also, yeah, it was rough. It was not fun. But we're good now. I do not recommend kidney stones. They suck ass. Actually, I would vastly prefer just sucking ass to kidney stones. I do not recommend. But also part of my new diet change, it says, one of the doctors said the only things I can drink anyway are like water and tea. So, but the doctor was like, if you drink coffee or tea, you should really limit that. And I'm like, all right. So that's one of the reasons I want to add this emote, so that way we can hydrate me, keep me hydrated, because water is like my last bastion of juices. Kidney stones always suck. Yeah, that sucked. Especially since I didn't get to the hospital on a reasonable time. I just dealt with kidney stone pain for 2 days because I was like, oh, it's just normal throwing up time. But yeah, it was really bad. I had a really bad week. First the audio, and then yeah, first my audio breaks, and then I stubbed my toe at 4 a.m. and then I was just in kidney stone pain and vomiting for 2 days. And then my card declined, and then I threw up while I was driving, and then it just, the list keeps just going on and on and on. But but we're good now. And I guess this is like I don't know if is this my first just chatting stream? Does the technical difficulty stream count as a just chatting stream? I don't know. This is just going to be a just chatting stream. I don't really feel like doing anything else, so we're just going to talk about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I was going to say gotcha-ness, but HSR doesn't refresh for another couple hours here. The new banner doesn't come out, so... But, yeah. Before that, I was having a good... The first couple of days, I was having a good week. I got to babysit some dogs. I got to finish up my videos and do some editing and stuff. And then... we were gearing up to get back on a normal schedule. And then, of course... it was a bad... we just didn't do that. Working on someone's car, so I won't be able to chat much. That's okay, Demon Killer. That's okay. We appreciate the lurkers here. Thankfully, my car was good. Speaking of cars, I had just got it. One of the tires had a nail in it, so I just got that taken care of. Just in time for me to drive to the dollar store and throw up bile on the way. But thankfully I didn't have to deal with that either. We had a solid car thing. Also, for the first, I have a Buick, and for some reason the tire pressure sensors were like completely busted since we got it, or since I got it. The one on the right wasn't working, but then, you know, they would fix, and then one time I got it fixed, but then the other one broke. It wasn't reading on the day after, so it was whatever. But then this time they fixed it, and then they were like, okay. And it turns out that the tires were actually switched. It was reading the left tire on the right or whatever, but they work now, which is good. But thankfully I didn't have to deal with any car issues while I was dealing with that. But yeah, I gotta figure out what to do with tofu, man. I don't really know. I'm basically full vegetarian now. I can't eat animal products even though I could before with the GERD, and now I should limit those. So I could have animal products once or twice a week. So I guess I can't have like eggs or cheese or chicken except for like once a week. So I got to figure out some new recipes. Like I said, I got some tofu, but I don't really know what to do with it. I was thinking I might make some tofu pudding, because that seems like a good little dessert. I got some silken tofu for that, and I got some firm tofu, but I don't really know what to do with it. Maybe every time you look up tofu recipes, it's like stir fry, stir fry, stir fry, and I'm like, is that the only thing you people know how to make? Is that the only thing tofu is worth? And I know it's not, but I've been trying to find some recipes so I can eat a little bit better, because as of right now I also have to eat fruit like 5 times a day, but I can't have all the fruits that I like citrus and strawberries and stuff. So I've been eating a lot of apples and some bananas. And yeah, but other than that, other than the intense visit to the hospital and all the time before that, I was having sort of a nostalgia trip before that. Before I had to go to the hospital, I was re-watching and re-listening to a bunch of stuff from Straight Up. So it started with, it was like a whole pipeline. I was like, you know what I really want to listen to right now? I really want to listen to Crunchyroll Take Me Home. And so I went back and I listened to like every video Senzawa has ever made until she quote unquote graduated, I guess. So I was like, okay, boomer. And I was listening to Country Roads and Crunchyroll and Spooky Uwuki Pampukin. It's a banger. Ooh, nuzzles, you so warm. What's the other one? Konnichiwa. My name is Ken-sama. But your girl, she called me Dad-sama. But I started out listening to, I was listening to all the old Senzawa stuff. Okay, boomer. And then that led me down a pipeline to freaking the Forgotten Nightcore. Oh my god, I never really listened to that much Nightcore. I had a friend who almost exclusively listened to Nightcore when we were in like middle school or whatever. But I listened to a little bit, but I had like a full-on like nostalgia flashback when I saw, oh my god, what is it? It's the Rockefeller? Is that what it is? Rockefeller Street. When I saw the thumbnail for that in my recommended while I was watching Senzawa videos, I was like, oh my god, that is so familiar. And then that put me down a whole different rabbit hole, which eventually led me to some new stuff, which led me to some new producers and stuff that were making some new cool music. There's a song that I listened to from here, from that rabbit hole called, what's it called? It's called Booty Shorts, by somebody. By Lappy. Version Maki. It's like a Vocaloid song. And I was listening to that, and I was going through some stuff. I was listening to some older stuff, some Vocaloid stuff. And I got to a point where my whole like life refreshed, because I like found, I didn't realize, I'd never heard it before. I didn't realize Shiki TMS was on that one popular, I don't even know what it's called anymore, that one really popular Vocaloid song. But I was like, oh no, the nerdcore guy that I haven't heard anything from in like 2 years was on a song with that many, that was that popular. But anyways, I was just looping through all this stuff, but I eventually found something beautiful and perfect in that spiral. I found Flo Milli's Amazing Commodities, as in like Tanaka Persona 3. And oh my god, I'm gonna play it for you guys. Hold on, let me mute this. Can you hear this? Anyways, that I'm gonna link that. That was so funny. I listened to that for like an hour while I was just on so many medicines, so many pain medicines. Flo Milli's Amazing Commodities. But yeah, I was having a great time. Let's turn the BGM back on. I don't want to get copyright. But yeah, that was kind of a weird rabbit hole to go down. Just some weird nostalgia that led me to some nostalgia that I didn't have, but millions of other people had, that led me to Flo Milli's Amazing Commodities. I was like, oh my god, my YouTube algorithm is owning in on me to a T. Like that was a little too close to who I am as an individual to be anything randomly recommended. Flo Milli shit. But also there was another also I spent this was before I had to go to the hospital, right? So there was no pain meds involved here, but I imagine that if I had been watching what I'm about to tell you I was watching on pain meds, it would have been an even more enhanced experience. But do you guys know the Konichi Warts guy? Oh my god. So there's this guy. He lives in Japan. He's sort of like an alt guy. He's got like the dyed blonde hair, spiky jewelry. He kind of has like an alt fashion going on. But what he does, he walks up to people in like Tokyo or Shinjuku or wherever he's at, public spaces on the streets and stuff, very safe. And in like perfect Japanese, like he speaks normally when he talks. He's like, "Oh, sumimasen," and then he like is like asks people if they can take a video of him for his mom. She wants a video from him. He's just like, "Oh, sorry, this is for my mom. Can you take this video real quick?" And then he just starts going crazy. He just puts on a funny voice. He says "konnichi warts" instead of "konnichiwa." And goes, "Konnichi warts minasan." And it's I don't know. It's like a fever dream. And then he has like a whole script that he follows like every time. And it is a serious fever dream. But he does this constantly. But I went through most of his videos. And he just kind of like blew up in the last couple of months, but he's been doing that like in June, I would say he blew up, but he's been doing this for like years. There's videos of him doing it in like Italy from like 3-4 years ago, just for no reason. And I'm like, oh my God, he finally got his day. But he was like, it's crazy because he was doing it with like people. There's like straight up, he did it. There was a full-on idol group, Fave or Fave. I don't know how to say it. They stylized their name. He did a video with them, which is just a full-on idol group. He did a video with what's her name? DMID or something like that. She's an ASM artist and a radio host in Japan. And I think one of them was like a AV actress. There's another one with a guy who also has like over 1 million followers on TikTok and stuff. And it's just like, why? But it's the same thing over and over. And it is never... Oh, and he also did it with one independent idol. I forgot her name. He just randomly comes up to and they're not staged or anything. You can tell that the people behind the camera don't know what the hell is going on, except for when they do, because it's like such a phenomenon now that there are people that like know the script and see him recording and have come up and like joined the video. It's so funny. But I don't know, it's just harmless fun. Everybody gets a little kick out of it. He did it with the Yakuza, which is I think his most popular video. You can tell that they're Yakuza for sure, and he makes them laugh. I don't know, it's just so funny that is just completely absurdist humor. And then he just immediately goes back, and when he goes to grab his phone, he just goes back to normal Japanese. He's like doing a weirdo cartoon impression of himself, I guess. But I don't know. I watched all of those videos, and they were so funny. And it reminded me of when Toby Fox was trying to speak Japanese a little while ago. He said the right words and stuff. He just had his normal American accent or whatever. And it reminded me of that. And then yesterday, Hosho Marine's new MV came out by Toby Fox. And I was earlier, like an hour ago, the meds were kicking in a little bit. And I say that, but it wasn't the meds at all. This is just who I am as a person. But I connected all the dots together, and I was like, Toby Fox be like Konnichi Warts Marine-san instead of Konnichi Warts Mina-san. I don't know. I was, seemed good to me. Seemed good to me. But I was watching that video like crazy. I was watching that guy's videos like crazy. And also some other stuff happened this week. Like, the Apothecary Diaries manga artist. Did you see this? So, the Apothecary Diaries is originally a web novel. And then it has 2 manga adaptations. There's the one that everybody knows and reads, and then there's the alternative version, which I know, but I haven't read. I've only read the main version. But they have different artists and stuff. But the artist for the main version, she has been she was she was committing tax evasion or tax fraud or something like that. She didn't pay her taxes for like 3 years. And the internet was going up in a storm, and I was like, good for her. Good for her. But that's insane. I forgot what I wanted to say about it because I had a little bit of time between then and now to forget what I wanted to talk about it for, but it's so funny. It's just so funny that she didn't want to pay her taxes. I was like, yay. Hold on, what's her name? Apothecary Diaries. Apothecary Diaries. The manga, the main one, Nekokurage, who's a phenomenal artist, by the way. I love her art. Straight up went to jail. Not really. She pleaded guilty for 47 million yen, which is $308,475 US, which is insane. Like, she didn't pay taxes between 2019 and 2021. So she made all that money from the manga before it got like a huge popularity boost last year with the anime. So she started paying taxes in 2022, which is so funny. But it's crazy that she had that much income on a pre-anime Apothecary Diaries, who she wasn't the original creator for. She was the manga artist. That shit must have been super popular in Japan. I mean, I know it was popular before the anime, but like, it must have been extremely popular. But yeah, she didn't go to jail, I don't think. I think she just got a fine or something. She got a little slap on the wrist and some time to think about her actions, which is so funny. But like, good for her. I mean, paying your taxes was supposed to do what it's supposed to do, as in enrich your communities, then boo, pay your taxes. But in reality, that's not exactly what all that money is going for. I'm just glad she didn't do anything creepy with children. So good for her. Good, she girl bossed for sure. Nekokurage, she girl bossed. Also, the Olympics were happening this week. I don't watch the Olympics mostly because I don't watch anything, and also I never know what time anything is ever. Like, I don't have schedule. The only schedule I know is my own, and even then I don't I'm not good at it. So I never, right? Even when I was a kid and we had cable or whatever and we had to watch stuff weekly, I would just miss it. I wouldn't know. I never know what day or what time it is. But speaking of that, I do have like a pretty good timer. I just don't know. Like, when I think of, oh, I need to know what time it is, I'll be like, oh, it's probably this time. And then it's usually like within 10 minutes of that time, and I'm usually pretty right? Or like, if I put something in the microwave or the stove, I kind of know. I have a good timer. I kind of just know roughly how much time has passed. But like, if you were to ask me what day it was, I'd be like, I have no idea. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday today because I picked up my meds yesterday on a Monday. I do know that, but like, normally I wouldn't know that. I'd never know what day it is. But I say that because the Olympics were this week, and I didn't watch the Olympics, but I did see a bunch of clips and commentary clips of the specialist, of Steven, whatever his last name is. I actually don't know what his last name is, but he is a gymnast, and he straight up doesn't do any of the other gymnast stuff. He is only there to do the pommel horse, which is insane. Like, he is only there to do the pommel horse. And so he was like, I saw clips of him just like waiting around, and he had the freaking, they put a timer, at least on the US broadcast, apparently. They put a timer just for him until it was his turn, because he doesn't do any of the other gymnast stuff. He was literally just there to do the pommel horse. And he went up, did the pommel horse. They announced him as the specialist, which is the hardest nickname I've ever heard. That is so tough. That is so cool. They were like, and it's the specialist. And he went up, he did his damn thing, full of confidence, and he got the US a medal for the first time in many years. It was the bronze medal, but I think between him and one other guy whose name I don't really remember, those two guys kind of like brought the US up to that point. But it's so funny that they have a specialist just for the pommel horse. And it's so funny that his nickname is the specialist. And it's so funny that he just went out there, killed it, flawless execution, and the rest of the time he was just like joking around, having fun. Like, that guy is insane under pressure. He straight up proved that he was insane under pressure. He was like, I'm the specialist. And he was. They announced him, they were like, and it's the specialist, and he was like, I am. And he killed that shit. But I've been seeing like commentary, people's commentary clips, like commenting over his performance and stuff, and it's so funny. Just random people's live commentary. It's like, okay, Steven, pop off. I don't know. That's been my obsession for like the last day. I've just been watching that and Konichi Warts and clips of the Olympics. I haven't even been watching the Olympics. Just clips of the Olympics. And yeah, that's about it. Hold on, I gotta drink some water. I might have to go get some new water in a second. I'm almost out. The doctor was like, so you should probably drink a lot of water. And I was like, I already drink like 3 or 4 24-ounce bottles of water every day. And she was like, oh, that's probably good. I was like, that's actually pretty good. But I've been drinking more anyway, because now I can't really drink anything else. But yeah, it is going to be interesting. It's just going to be healthier to limit. It's so funny because before I started feeling bad, I was like, oh yeah, I was looking up like workout routines and diets and stuff. Just to get a better handle on my GERD, which I haven't been managing very well lately. And then I was like, all right, it's a good thing I was researching beforehand, because now I really have to figure some stuff out. They got some dietary recommendations for the kidney stones. And it's so sad because like some of the stuff I would love to eat, because they're recommending me to eat fruit like at least 5 servings of fruit a day. And it's just so sad that I can't have like an orange or like you know, like some pineapple and cottage cheese. Or like some strawberries. Man, I love citrus so much. It's just so unfortunate. All the things that I like, I can no longer have. It's been a little bit of a wake up call the last year or so, but it's especially now. It's like I can't have spicy food, I can't have animal products, I can't have citrus. Even stuff that is healthy for me, I can't have because it's too acidic or it'll exacerbate my throat scarring, my esophageal scarring, which is messed up. I've been looking at this. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have been seeing the same shit as I have, but the last week or so, and I don't even know where this started, but the last week or so, I've been seeing on Twitter, on TikTok, all over the place, I've been seeing these like faux analytical pieces where people will be like, they'll post a picture from like an anime or a video game or literally anything, and they'll have a red circle around the ears, and it's like a conspiracy pose or whatever. It's like, and what are these things? And it's just people making jokes about ears, like pretending like they don't know what ears are. And it's like, I saw one that was like automaton adjustment or something, modification, or like one that was like free rin, like magic or something. I don't really know what that's about, but I like it. I don't know what's going on, but I like it. I don't know why we all collectively decided we don't know what ears are, but I like it. I do like it, but I don't know what's going on. But like that has been, I just been seeing that everywhere. I don't know what, actually. Oh my god, I just went to my profile on Twitter and looked at my own likes, and I was like, shooketh. Not because of what I've been liking. I know what I've been liking. You know what I've been liking. But because I truly do miss being able to see other people's likes, or having the option to have your likes public, because I really do miss going to like my favorite VTubers or my favorite Twitter accounts and just finding, because those motherfuckers are weirdos, but they find good memes. But more than that, I found so many good artists through the likes of people I already follow. And then because, you know, I would then go and follow some cool new artists, they also have some cool new artists that they like. Then I'm like, oh, cool. And, you know, it's just a spiral of finding good art. But now that I can't see anybody's likes, I can't see anybody's freaking... I haven't really been discovering new artists. Or discovering anything interesting or new, really. Because I like to stalk my Oshi's likes or whatever, or my the people I follow's likes, my mutuals as well. Just find some cool artists. But now I can't do that. Now Elon doesn't want anybody knowing that, you know, your favorite VTuber saw some like weirdo Japanese hentai porn at like 2 a.m. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want you guys to know. He says, it's like I'm the guy asking for sauce. All of Twitter, every Twitter user is the guy asking for sauce. And then Elon is like, just never responds. And then also turns off the whole search engine. So you can never find the sauce. That's what it's like not being able to look at likes on Xter. I'm never calling it that. On X. That is what it's like. Oh man. I'm feeling good now that I'm talking. This is the most I've talked in a while. Days. Days. So I'm feeling good. Before, if I had done this yesterday, I would have been, well, one, way loopier. I would have been out of my mind. But also, I couldn't talk properly because of all the throwing up. My lower throat was messed up. It still is a little bit, but it's not so bad now. But before, I couldn't talk from this place in my throat. I would have had to talk from a higher place. But I would have had to talk like this because I wouldn't have been able to use the lower part of my throat, so I just would have sounded like this for a couple of days, which would have been fine, I guess, but but it's not supernatural to me. It's not my natural speaking voice. But it did feel good to relieve the pressure. I had to talk much higher. Even higher than that, because that was just me trying to do it with my scratchy throat. But I'm gonna be right back, actually. I gotta go get some new water. I'm out of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I'm gonna put the hydrate. Drink, drink, drink. Drink, drink, drink. If you have better TTV, that looks like an emote. But anyways, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water. And, oh my gosh. Normally I don't use the break screen, but since I got all this newly branded music, I'm gonna show you guys the break screen, and you guys can listen to the new break screen. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. I also I went and gave some treats to my cat and got a little snacky snack. I got a little yogurt. Sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. I got these things called, I didn't know about these. They're little Chobani flips. But they're just yogurt, whatever flavor, and then they have like little crunchy little additives, like cinnamon crunchy things, or like little chocolate chips or whatever, like a little parfaits that you sort of put together. And I didn't know this, but I'm gonna have to start getting these a lot more, because I've probably mentioned this, but my favorite texture is crunchy, and I love a little crunch in my yogurt. And these are good for me, so. Yummy. Water. I had the worst nightmare. My sleeping hours are usually odd, but they've been even stranger the last couple of days. Just because the meds knock me out sometimes. So I'll just be like passing out at a weird time. Earlier today, when I was taking my post-medicine nap, one of them, I had just the worst nightmare. I don't usually dream because I don't sleep. I don't sleep very much, so, or very often, or very long when I do sleep. So it was kind of a new experience, and I don't remember a lot of it, but it was terrifying. And then at the end, we were like in a restaurant or whatever, and something weird happened. But then at the end, it felt like viscerally real that I was getting my face like chewed off by a dog. And then I woke up and I was shivering, and I thought it was real because I was shivering so hard that I was like violently moving my body. And I was like, oh my god, the dogs are eating my face. And then I woke up and I was just freaking cold. Which is similar to what happened in the, I had to take a CT scan, and if you don't know what that is, it's just really warm, and it makes you feel like you gotta use the bathroom. It warms up your lower areas, while they scan you. But it's so warm in there, and it's so comfy, and the heat actually, I was in so much pain before I went in there, and then I did the CT scan, and the heat actually helped a lot because the kidney pain kind of goes away with the heat, which I found by taking a lot of showers while I was throwing up. But there, the CT scan kept me warm, and it was so warm and comfy, and she pulled me out of the scan, and I immediately started shivering, and she was looking at me like, are you shivering because you're cold? And I was like, I don't feel cold. But I must have been cold, or I must have been in so much pain that my body was just like shivering, like violently. She gave me a look. The scan technician gave me a look and was like, "Are you sure?" But it was bad. But yeah, I woke up and I was like, "Oh my god, the dogs are eating my face." They weren't. I was just cold. Most recent nightmare was being crushed by something. To wake up and have your partner hold on top of you. That's cute though. It's terrifying when you're like, I bet that was scary when you're asleep, you know, you thought you're dying or whatever and you wake up. But that's cute. Yeah, I don't really have nightmares, and I don't really dream that much. I don't sleep that much, but when I do dream, the few times I do dream, they're usually like full on, I don't know if I'd call them night terrors, but they're fucked. They're usually not fun. It's probably an indication of my mental well-being, but I don't know. I choose not to read too much into that. I choose to just live my life. But yeah, the kidney thing, absolutely the worst pain I've ever experienced. For 2 days straight, oh my god. It was not fun. Sorry, I don't know how to eat and talk at the same time. I gotta take these bites. Surprisingly, I'm feeling good right now. I took my meds at like noon. And then I took them again at like 8, so like just before I started, like an hour before I started the stream. And usually what happens with these, I've noticed over the last couple of days, is that they really just like fatigue me or knock me out. They make me real, like I'll be normal and then I'll get real fatigued. Like I don't feel like I want to move, but I'm feeling good right now. It's probably the talking and all the fruit I've had the last 2 days. I feel way more clear-headed today than I did yesterday. Oh my god. Yesterday I was still the 6 hours worth of various, like the laundry list of drugs and opiates that they were putting in my body while I was in the hospital was still affecting me. I should not have drove to get my prescription, but I did. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that, but I should have just called somebody. But I felt in control of my own wits at the time, which I'm sure is something that always happens when you do that. But yesterday I was really like sluggish. I was definitely still high from the hospital yesterday. But today I feel a lot more clear-headed. Actually, right now I feel a lot more clear-headed. Before, as in like this morning before I took my nightmare nap, I felt pretty kind of fuguish, kind of in a fugue state. But I feel good now, which is good. I don't know how people do just chatting streams for like 8 hours, you know? It's not even that I can't yap. We all know that I can yap. It's just like, now I'm suddenly wanting to do something with my hands. Like, I gotta play a game or something. Hold on, I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss any calls. Been getting a lot of calls lately. Can't imagine why. But yeah. I'm gonna finish up this yogurt and then I'm gonna see if we can't do something. We might wanna, or maybe I'll just have a short stream. I don't know. I haven't decided. I kind of want to keep streaming because I didn't get to stream for so long. For various reasons. For audio reasons and then hospital reasons. I didn't get to stream. Like, barely at all. I streamed like once last week. I guess I streamed Sunday and Monday, but I didn't get to stream for a week, so I kind of want to do something, but I don't know what to do. I will say I have been eating more frequently, which is good. Because I've been eating smaller. In the past, like in my whole life, like my entire life, I would eat like 2 meals a day, but they'd be bigger meals, or I'd have one really big meal, or I'd have like breakfast and dinner and no lunch. But I'm also kind of a snacker inherently, so this actually suits me more. It's just the only reason I would do that is because I would forget to eat, because I'd be so engrossed in whatever I was doing. I'd be so focused that I'd forget all of my bodily functions, and then it'd be dinner time or whatever. But now, because I have to maintain the liquid intake and the fruit intake, I've been just kind of eating smaller, more regularly. I've had a lot of apples in the last 2 days. A lot of apples. I also got these things that are called, what are they called? They're like roll break or something. They're little wafers with cream inside. They're like these little Italian imports. And I figured I could eat those because those are not, they don't really have that much sugar, and they're like, they don't have any salt. I gotta limit my salt intake too. Oh my god. I don't even really have salt or sodium, but I do like potato chips, and I do like fried eggs, and those both have sodium, and ramen. It's a lot of sodium right there. What time? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. What time does the HSR banner start? 11, I think. Release date should be today, July 30th. That's today. Oh, at 10 p.m. I think. What time zone am I in? What? I'm in Eastern Standard Time? That's right? Is that right? That is right. Which means I am in -5. So let me look and see if the new HSR banner is up. And if it is, we'll play some HSR. Oh, we gotta update the game. Hell yeah. I'm not really excited about the new banner, but it is what it is. I'm more interested in the next one coming at the end of August, or the one after this one, 2.5. I want Fei Zhao so bad. She is a general green lady with she's a flag bearer with a gun blade, and I am all for it. She's a fox lady, a foxy fox lady. With a gun blade. Like, what more do you want? And a big ass flag. But that's not this banner, so I don't know. Oh, you guys probably saw the community post. I was playing before, in between editing, before I had to go get my shit figured out. I was playing some ZZZ, and I ended up getting Shark Boo, which is an S pull, Ellen Joe, and Kuroneko, is that her name? In like 10 pulls, which was crazy. I was like, whoa. But I'm glad I got the Shark Girl and the Shark Thing. I didn't get her engine though. I was a little late on the engine. I literally pulled Ellen on the last day because I didn't play for like the whole first week and a half. I played day one, which I streamed, and then for like 2 hours. Dealing with the shitification of off-brand car parts. Place your friend's drive belt due to wear and tear. Now the crappy part had a catastrophic failure. Snapping. Oh god. Incredibly overpriced brand name one. Yeah. Honestly, that's how it goes, isn't it? You try to do it, and then it breaks, and you're like, oh, I guess I gotta overcorrect and get the overcorrection. I don't know too much about cars. I just help work on my own. I know enough to know when I can fix it myself and when I can't, and that's about it. Speaking of belts, one time, this was, oh my god, probably 2019. I don't really know the whole story of it, but, or even if this is how it works, but the serpentine belt in my friend's car, the drive belt, I guess, I always called it a serpentine. Busted, but so did the, at the same time, so did the, what was it? One of the pumps. So just, and we were like across the state helping my friend's dad move in, and we had to, while we were there across the state, helping his dad move into his new place with his new wife and his new kids, which, I said we didn't have to do, but you know how it is. But, we were just stuck there for quite a while we were trying to fix his truck, and then we couldn't fix his truck. And we had to figure out a new way home, but that's really my only history with the drive belt, with the serpentine belt. It was just not, it was a long day of moving furniture only to be ended even more poorly. That's my experience with that one. Okay, this should be done updating in a few minutes, and we should be good. And hopefully, I do have some stellar jade pogged up, so maybe we'll be able to, pull something good, and maybe not. I tried pulling for jade. I wanted to pull for jade so bad. I tried to get jade so bad, but I couldn't. I couldn't. But that also means I have like 80 pulls from my last gold for my last 5-star, so we should be able to get something. I'm gonna boot it up and see what we have going for us, and then maybe we'll just play some HSR. Now that my yapping is starting to run out. I could talk forever, but I don't really want to. I mean, I do want to, but I want to talk about something. Okay. Verifying. Verify a little bit faster, please. Also, my first episode of the new Patreon show, the Never 7 Let's Play visual novel, came out this morning as well. So, just throwing that out there for anybody who's interested. But for now, go watch the Scotland video in the pinned comment, because nobody watched that, and I will. Game will restart. Update complete. That's what I like to hear. And hopefully I can get the sound. Hopefully the sound will be working. I did check it, but I haven't checked it in a couple days because I haven't been able to. I wasn't home, or I was dealing with some shit, or I was sleeping. So we're highly medicated, and I didn't want to do technical stuff. So hopefully this should work once I turn that. Let me get into the game and turn the sound back on, because I don't play games with the sound on. Let me just turn the audio back up. And then this should work. Let me see. Should work. Okay. And then we have to use a whole new audio source. You should be able to hear the game now. That should work, right? Yeah, I think that's the game. But yeah, I got my audio issues figured out, but the reason... Okay, so first my Wave XLR broke. Well, it didn't break, it updated, and then the reason... The way that it works is it's an audio mixer, so it has different channels that you can assign different programs to. So like I have one for my microphone, one for my browser, one for my game, one for music, so on and so forth. But with the new update, the game one broke, the system one broke, and I didn't know that. And in trying to get something to use, or they broke for me, I don't know if they broke for everybody, but they broke for me. And in trying to get something to route through them, it just stopped any sound coming through at all. And for me as well, which you guys probably saw on the technical difficulties one, technical difficulties stream. But in addition to that, the OBS update broke the audio capture that I use. So the way that it works is that it has application audio output capture, or audio output capture, or audio input capture, any of those. And that's how OBS used to work. But they replaced it with a beta feature called the application audio capture beta. And for some reason, probably because it's in beta, I guess, they didn't get rid of all the other captures, so I was still on the old ones, even though they don't work anymore, even though they probably should still work if the new one is in beta. But that took me a long time to figure out. I was trying so many different things to fix that. But let me collect my 600 Stellar Jade. Let me read my new faction. Look at that red. Look at that red. We got a new nameless honor. Activate that bad boy. Let me claim all of my stuff. As you can see, I do not pay for the game. So I'm just out here living. Alright, we got new story, we got new side missions, we got new companion missions. So what I'm gonna do, is that I'm just gonna go and collect some of this stuff. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do anything, let's look at the warps. Okay, so we have Huoho, who I don't have, who would be good to have. And then we have the new character, Yun Li, who I don't really know much about. But we will... I have 1 day and 6 hours, and then I can get a bunch of stars, or a bunch of train tickets. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna do the aptitude showcase, and I'm just gonna see what she's about, so we can see what she's got going on. And automatically trigger blast counter when attacked. Possesses a powerful counter that can be activated manually.
Intercepting sword technique.
Whoa, she's got a big ass sword. Oh my god. Alright, let me enhance. I don't know what the enhancement does, but I'll figure it out on this screen right here. Oh my god, feet picks. Alright, she has a regular attack, does damage. Her skill restores her own HP and counters, or deals a little bit damage. Her ultimate is a parry and taunts all enemies. When attacked during this period, triggers a counter and deals damage to the attacker and the adjacent targets. Then it bounces 6 times, and if no counter is triggered, then it randomly targets, okay? When she gets attacked, she regenerates additional energy and launches a counter, and she gains a ward effect. What I did. During this time, upon entering combat, cast Intuit Call. I don't know what that means. Okay, so she starts the battle by doing that when you use her thingy. It sounds like she's just, she's Clara. She seems like she's Clara. The enemy attacks in the next turn. Use ultimate now so that a powerful counter can be launched upon being attacked. Okay. Okay, so she's like an alternate version of Clara, I guess. Which I really like Clara. I'm a Clara user. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. She has a big ass sword. I'm not, and she heals herself. You know, it's not the most interesting kit in the world. Like I said, it's basically just like a boosted Clara. Especially with the same elemental damage. It might have been more fun if it was like a different element instead of physical, but it seems fine. It seems okay. Oh, and she also, I realized she also does the counter when you, for some of the counters when you attack, and not just our attacks, which is kind of cool.
Thank you for your help.
Okay, she's not bad. I wouldn't mind having her. She's just she's just an obvious upgrade from, we're gonna do Wohos too so I can get the Stellar Jade. She's just sort of an obvious upgrade from Clara, which is cool. But I don't know if I want to pull for her. I probably will, right? Come back. Come back. I forgot that the impair makes her run away. No. Come back. Oh, that's so funny. I couldn't hit her. Oh, they also they're replacing a bunch of voice actors. Some for very good reasons, but Huoho's Tail, Mr. Tail, and Argenti got replaced. Just yes, I think they might have already been replaced. I can't tell, but just because he isn't doing voice acting for a second or something, I don't know what the deal is. But he's not doing anything bad like some of the other people who just got fired from this game. I'm using this time to determine if I really want to pull for Yoon Lee or if I want to pull for Woho. I don't really need Woho. I have so many healers that I prefer over Woho, or so many support units that I don't really think I'm gonna pull for Woho. But I would like to have her. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really need her, so. Let's
Ready for another?
just do one of these bad boys.
Rules are made to be broken. Much better.
One thing I don't like about the demos, I guess. I don't remember what they're called in this game. In ZZZ, they're called demos. Is that you have to manually play them. You can't hit the auto. You can't auto battle. So it usually ends up, because I don't actually want to do it. Okay, let's. Oh, we got an achievement. Have Yoon Lee trigger Intuit call in. That's also an insane name. Imagine intuiting a call. Okay, we're gonna pull. We're gonna do a 10 pull for Yoon Lee, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it's good. Don't mess with me now, Pom Pom. Give me what I got. Or give me what I want. That is not... Oh, that's just Yukong. I don't even use Yukong. Yukong is probably my least used character. Other than Misha. I have not used Misha once. Oh my god, I got Himeko. Oh my god, why? Motherfucker. That's so messed up.
The Express's path bridges the stars.
That's so messed up.
A string of shimmering pearls.
That's so messed up. What else did I get? Oh, Yukong.
The heavens are vast.
All right, well now I have an E4 Yukong that I never use. As you can see, all of my characters are level 80. Many of them, not all of them, but many of them have max relics. And we're working on getting max traces. We have quite a few with max traces, but not enough in my opinion. Let's go to the doorsteps of science. Why not?
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
It's actually insane how trivial this team that I have right now. You can't see it, but it's Firefly, Imaginary Trailblazer, Ruan May, and Gallagher. It's actually insane how...
It's coming to me. It's coming to me.
I didn't know he said that. Because I play the game with the sound off. I was not aware that he made those noises. What was I saying? Oh, it's actually insane how trivial that this team makes the game. Because Firefly can do damage no matter, though she can get rid of the toughness. Which is basically the weakness in this game, without actually having to have the elemental weakness. She can just add the weakness or do damage to toughness without doing that. That's incorrect. It's because it doesn't matter. I do this sometimes. With this one in specifically, I don't really care because it actually doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't change anything. I guess maybe you feel a little bit better by getting the answer correctly, but after months of getting the answer correct, I decided, you know what? I don't care. We'll just keep doing the same daily mission over and over and over again. You know, I'm not upset about a Himiko pull, but I am a little disappointed. What is she at now? She's at E1. Well, she'll be better. I don't have her built at all. I don't even have her light cone built. I should probably enhance some of these. I'm gonna enhance my own here. It's actually insane that I'm so far into this game and I have no idea what any of the game sounds like. Except for like the first little bit. First little chunk of the game. Okay, I don't have any materials for you. You're maxed. You don't have a good... Oh, we don't want to use that. We were using that to get... Bailu, who I've had since the beginning of the game. I go in large stretches where I forget that traces are a thing that exists, so... That happens. But... we now have a new mission. Receive comms from the Jianzhou. Let's start the new story. Let's do some new story, man. You have an interstellar message. Please check it promptly.
What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
Going back to the La Fu.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou
Is it going all right?
will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
I'm coming. I mean, I'll come. I mean...
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
So this one goes exactly the same way. I'm still recovering from the trauma caused by the last festivity.
Yeah, me too.
Although you did get a girlfriend, so it's fine, I guess, right?
Wait, won't it look unprofessional if we attend 2 ceremonies in a row? Aren't we supposed to be focused on restoring astral charts and doing some serious scientific exploration?
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
You jest.
Hey, that's not what I meant.
You
Go
jest.
for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony.
Yeah, that is true.
Totally safe under the family protection.
Hold on.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
Okay, I'm good.
Aside
I'm good.
from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
Roboball.
Himiko, since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius.
Ron May, I love her.
Could earn us some
She's
favors
fucking
before we
terrible.
go.
She's an awful person.
However, it may take a few weeks.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Luofu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony.
So we are going to the Luofu.
Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
Sounds good to me.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm good. I want to play with Leviathan fossils too. No, sounds great. Let's split into groups.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Luofu.
Get warping, Pom Pom. Motherfucker. Last time I warped with you, you gave me a Himiko that I already had. Okay, hold on. I gotta talk to everybody. Hello.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
I don't even know what it is in
That's
this
why
context.
geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
Sorry, I punched my microphone. Conversation between the two adults brims with complex jargon from assumptive blah 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 blah. Have a safe trip, you two.
That's too much.
I won't.
stumble
I just
upon
got
some
you.
cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Even though I already had you. Yes, please. Bone fossils, mommy.
Himiko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so.
Hey, at least you're not
Mr.
you're
Yang
allowed
said
again. You're allowed on your
Those are
home
crisis
ship again,
response.
right?
And both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Aww.
Coming Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Yeah, I spent months running around this bitch in real life. So, what memories? Care to spill the details?
Well, it's nothing too poetic. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived at the Cienjo ship. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth.
Don't jinx it, March. That will be bad.
Unusual, I must say.
Yeah, it's not us. Definitely unusual.
I agree.
Everybody's doing the same pose. Definitely unusual. Soul, I saw the Skyfaring Commission's notice that the Express has docked on the Jianzhou. Are you guys on the Luofu already? Just got to Starskiff Haven. The General sent me to welcome you all. See you in a bit. Come here.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded?
No, never.
Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan sent him to welcome us. But where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
I love hearing the character, like the player character's voice. It's so good. I wish the Trailblazer talked more, honestly. I wish she talked more.
Did they just call us? Oh, look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right?
It looks like
Are
it.
you familiar with the Cienjo Lafu?
We are.
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah.
We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
No, you don't want to do that.
We just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
You've come to the right people.
We're Cienjo experts. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Luofu fighter jet.
So it's even bigger than the Radiant Feldspar?
Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
Oh, wow. I own that ship now, by the way.
All we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
All right, well, first you're going to want to go to
Unique experiences
the
that
beach.
You won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Okay, so first you want to go, I mean, Fixtrol Garden is good, Aurum Alley is good, Scale Gorge Waterscape is good, Ambrosial Arbor is good. I think the Scale Gorge Waterscape is where you go to get the guy, the random message in the bottle. Go to the Fixtrol Garden, it's not creepy at all. Actually, you should probably go to the Scale
That's
Gorge.
indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony is all artificial, Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Thinking about it,
is a
the
celebration
waterscape is
of
definitely
resurgence.
very beautiful. Fixtrol Garden is kind of scary
Scenery.
if you are
I love
not familiar with the
nature.
place.
Let's go to Scale Gorge Waterscape first.
I'm a bit worried that nature-themed dream bubbles might be outdated. But hey, let's go check it out anyway.
Did you just say nature is outdated?
Maybe we'll run into each other there in a few days.
These motherfucking AIs
Look, Yanqing's here.
taking over everything.
Wow, really? Let's go catch up with him.
Yanqing, come here. There is a lot of people out today, huh?
Everyone, this way!
What if I don't wanna? Okay, I wanna. I do wanna.
Hey everyone, it's been a while.
I straight up didn't even know you sounded like this.
Doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing,
Kafka poster.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
I'm pinching his cheeks. I'm pinching his widow cheeks. Pinch, pinch.
What are you doing?
I'm pinching.
Sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Oh, I thought it was because he was cute.
You have to be suspicious around me too.
Yes. You could be Sparkle.
The last time we
Anybody
came to
could be
the
Sparkle.
Cienjo, the first
Sparkle could
person
kill
who
us all.
greeted us was...
I get it. Better safe than sorry. Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Cienjo Lafu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace.
I can't tell if I like it with the chat on or
By the
off.
way, the
Better.
Cienjo Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Cienjo ships, the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
Oh, hell yeah. The Zhuming.
Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knights' armaments.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
The Cienjo Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword forged by him, I'd be on Cloud 9. By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next? I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing. It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
We'll keep it off, I guess. I don't know. See more of the screen that way. Well, you're pretty much the same in that regard.
I agree.
Oh, cutscene. Bruh.
All units assemble quickly.
Bruh. It's me on Saturday throwing up my guts while I'm driving. Bruh.
What's gone wrong? Excuse me.
Me on the Lafu. Bruh. You're just as jinxed as March.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I mean what I said.
We'll go with you.
I said what I mean. I'm still kind of reeling from the fact that I got freaking Himiko instead of... Oh, whoa, okay, real cutscene. Oh, shit.
The civilians. I'll deal with him.
Hell yeah. Kick his ass, boy. Moon Rage, new mechanic. Enemies with this mark, Moon Rage, after they use attacks, they get a stack of Bloodlust. When it reaches a certain number of stacks, they enter the Moon Rage state. At the same time, a Moon Rage countdown appears. That's not good.
Why are there Boris in here? This ends now.
Okay, so this is Bloodlust, huh? We're just gonna do this.
Dreams do come true.
Okay, we wanna do one of these bad boys.
Just what the show
And we won't be able to get Ron May's ultimate, but it's fine.
Like until everything burns to
It's totally fine.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Nothing can go wrong. They didn't even bloodlust me once. I mean, they did bloodlust me, but they didn't moon rage me once. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Mechanic versus... Whoa! Put on some shoes, girl. Okay, that was cool. Hi, Yun Lee.
Thanks for the help. Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Did she just steal his sword? What the hell? You can't just go stealing a boy's pointed sword. You can't just go stealing a boy's sword, is what I was trying to say.
Sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
I need to find out what's going on.
While we appreciate your rescue...
Oh my god, the IPC is here?
Don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Lafu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisin.
Sounds like smuggling to me.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
Yeah, sounds like an excuse to smuggle to me. Alright, let's go. Let's go see what's going on.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
Gilf with fox ears.
It's my fault.
Ooh, Gilf with fox ears.
Down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
Gilf with fox ears. Ooh.
Safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Oh, the Gilf wasn't the one talking. Never mind.
I'm Lu Jun.
It was Lu Jun. I'm less happy about Lu Jun. The captain.
The situation unfolded rapidly and it shouldn't be held against.
Alright, I guess I'm more into the faceless masked captain.
An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Lafu, and the Ju Ming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Lafu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Lafu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
You better.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed.
Do your job, young
I'll
man.
report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seed of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Got it. So you want me to go around talking to people. The street was restored to its peaceful state. I gotta go talk to some people.
You look much maturer now, Yenching.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance.
Why does she keep saying that? Are you his aunt? Why do you keep saying, "You're grown so tall since I last saw you"? What a handsome young man. Are you a grandmother, March?
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with.
The Borisin.
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time.
Yeah, you just said that, man. You just said that.
Their pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Senjo Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too.
It is a little weird.
Seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal.
It seems like a big deal.
That young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
So when the Cloud Knights get into trouble, they have to call the emergency services too?
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Yeah, just turn around and she's there. That'd be funny.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
I knew I didn't trust you, Lu Jun. Obvious bad guy. All right, give me 1 second while I go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be piss maxing for the next week or so while I get some of this kidney stuff going on a little bit under control here. Actually, I'm also gonna change this. Well, before I do that, hold on. I got a little distracted. I got a little bit distracted. Let me change this. We don't need that much of an outline, right? There we go. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. It's probably I've finished piss maxing. This is probably too much information, but I'm gonna say it anyway. They give you, if you've never had kidney stones before, which I never have, this is my first time. They give you a liter jug, and you piss into the jug, and then strain it through like a straining funnel that they give you. Like you pour it through the funnel so that you can maybe hopefully collect the stones and bring it to the next specialist that you have to see.
Been a long journey otherwise.
It's just a very strange process. It's just a very funny process. Hello, creepy tiny old man.
Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
It has. I dreamed about you on Penacony.
Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend.
Because didn't he actually go there?
The General
I don't know.
He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago.
Furnace Master.
I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty.
So
I have no choice but to answer the call.
He's the Hayao Miyazaki of forging astral weapons, is what I'm hearing. Hold on, I was just checking something. There we go. Good job, old man.
Well, in the
He reminds me of the
living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
the Tsuchikage. Is that what his name
It's
is?
an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
She tried. Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and her.
And her.
There.
I don't even have a
I'm
name.
afraid the Luofu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
Is that Yoon Lee looking at me, by the way?
Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
Sir, yes, sir.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
There she is.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today.
Can you give her back my
I
swords?
almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
Can you give him back his sword, please?
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
No, it's you. What does that mean?
Already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
Oh, you know, we just fought some.
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh.
That's why I found a dagger in my bag. Uh-huh.
It's yours. Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope. That won't do.
What?
Won't do?
You're not gonna give him his sword back?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
God, you're annoying.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target.
Wow, you have a bad attitude.
Anyway, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
No, we were all there. It would have been fine.
You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lawfu swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful.
She's annoying.
Because I'm not as easy.
She's more annoying than I thought she would be.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Give him his sword back, bro.
Hey, whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
Typical grandpa.
Misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today...
Oh, she's one of the Flame Wheel Octet? She's one of 8 Flame Wheels? That's kind of crazy.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Oh, I forgive her.
Everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests?
Motherfucker.
Take Miss Yun Li to the inn.
Give me my sword back, bro.
Another chance to talk with you all.
That's probably what he's thinking.
Express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You're fine.
You needn't apologize, General.
Your apprentice is a little annoying.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Lawfu and could use some help settling in.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship.
Yeah.
Qingzu sent word that the IPC...
They were arguing in the streets.
And wish to have their cargo back.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to smuggle some shit down.
Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Law Fu has no intention of violating their rights.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, I had to click back into the game. Yun Li, huh? Let's talk to you.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu sword masters don't seem that great. Glad to meet you too.
Glad to meet you.
Are you here to participate in the war dance?
I'm just a tourist.
So, you're not a participant? You look like you know your way around a fight.
I did save this entire ship single-handedly, but...
Sign up. The Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders.
Oh, I'm signing up, for sure. What's this, Flame Wheel Octet the General spoke of? What's that about?
That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Juming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay. That's how we got that title, I guess.
Never mind. Never mind.
Grandpa. He always says
Never mind.
empty titles bring pointless challenges and conflicts. We Juming sword masters pride ourselves on the success of the group over the individual.
Makes sense. Are you coming with us?
I have some things to do. Besides, little Yen Qing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
It's because you pissed him off. Like, immediately. You took his sword. Yeah, you did take his sword.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So, I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different.
He's not implying. You just took it and didn't give it back.
The sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him. You claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now?
What?
I didn't intend
What do you
to keep
mean?
the sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind. I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry. So he can forget about it for now.
Alright, the more she talks, the more I'm like, okay, she's good. You scratch your head, feeling a tingling sensation on your scalp at the thought of the impending troubles young Qing will face. While you're distracted, the young girl has already wandered off on her own, her whereabouts unknown. Hello, gamers.
I'm sorry for Yang Qing's rudeness.
Not at all. Taunted by Yun Li like that, even a training dummy would be angry.
Yeah. She went a little...
Well. If it were me in my younger days, I'm afraid I'd have drawn my sword and fought. Yen Qing can understand your concerns. On the other hand, Yun Li is still a naive girl who's only interested in swordplay. Honestly, I brought her here to participate in the war dance because I want to broaden her horizons.
Yeah, she's a little stiff, huh? She's a little hot-tempered. She's got some shit going on. What's up, gamers?
Hey, Don Hung. I thought all the Xianzhou generals were like Jing Yuan. That General Huayan, he looks so thin and scraggy.
Scraggy?
A light breeze would knock him over.
The Pokemon?
Is that old man really an Arbiter General?
Well, each Xianzhou ship has its own division and specialty within the Alliance. Not all of the Arbiter Generals are good at leading the charge. You heard what Jing Yuan said, right? General Huayan was once the head of all the skilled craftsmen on the Juming.
There appears to be more than meets the eye.
Don't you find it strange? Do Xianzhou people age? I rarely see any old people on the Xianzhou ship. And when I do, they're usually travelers. But General Huayan looks like an ordinary old grandpa.
He does.
Is he really a Xianzhou general?
A very, very tiny old grandpa.
Good question. He's right there. So why don't you ask him yourself?
Nah, I'd like to live a little longer.
At least she has a little bit of presence of mind.
General Jing Yuan asked Yen
She's
Qing
getting
to
better at
attend,
decision making.
so obviously, he has important matters to discuss. Let's not waste any time here.
Ow, I don't know if you heard that, but my arm just cracked. Alright, Yanqing, get me out of here, buddy.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Huh. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Is this some kind of test from the General?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes.
I can't imagine Yunli.
Talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield.
I can't imagine Yunli,
Especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble.
Negotiating. She walked in and started pissing people off. I don't think she could do this as well as Yanqing can.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Yeah, sure. I don't have anything else to do. Take me. After watching Yanqing and the others leave, we got the
It is
generals.
the Lawfu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives.
Wait, what happened? I'm concerned. What are you talking? Oh, is my?
No clue what the Yao Qing
Are you talking about my title?
has in mind. Do you remember when you
That's the first whole hour of the stream. You're gonna have to watch the VOD for the rest.
an Arbiter General's battlefield?
Yeah? Oh, I went to the hospital. Had some kidney stone issues. Had a very, very bad weekend.
The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning.
I gotta change the title. I'll change it after the stream. I'll be like,
However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse.
we'll do slash
Living too long means that
plus
every mistake you made will lurk in the
HSR
shadows.
update.
One day, they'll eventually catch up to you.
Hope you're okay. I am okay now. Thank you very much, Jazz.
Has happened on the Lawfu. As for the Merlin's Claw,
I'm doing well. I'm medicated, drinking a lot of water.
specifically for you.
Hold on, I missed. The Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing. That's gotta be, Fei Xiao, right?
Of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Oh, hello. Hello, Fireboy.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Hello.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw.
Jiaoqiu and
To meet you in
Moza.
person, Arbiter Generals.
Hi, Sam. Welcome.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a
Wow.
spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Oh no, that's
Please
fixed.
do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Of course she will. This guy looks like a schemer. Jiao Zhou looks like a schemer. In the meantime, outside the Palace of Astrum. That's us. If you know what South Park is, could you tell me your favorite character? I do know what South Park is. I don't have a favorite character. I don't really watch South Park, but I don't think you'll ever get your sword back.
Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in swordplay. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder YN's visit?
Oh yeah, probably.
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
I don't think so, actually.
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more.
Oh yeah, something's going on.
Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Your guess is as good as mine. People be victim blaming all the time. I don't know.
One side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
Okay.
Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
No wonder we were called back for the ceremony.
What was I thinking?
We gotta vouch for the general.
Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new cauldron master of the alchemy.
Oh, Ling Sha? Is that her name?
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the cauldron master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Kinda sucks.
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Hung. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something
Leave
for
the general of the Luofu matters to the general of the Luofu.
Did I say something wrong? Again?
Please, March, just keep quiet. Just be quiet, March. Shut up.
Share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was happening.
Looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
You said that out loud, March. Why did you say that out loud right in front of him?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky.
Oh no, we've been dealing. We're good. We've dealt with a lot of IPC workers.
We're
Like 4 of them. You're a real master of conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, are you being sarcastic?
Well, since you're willing to help.
We have the experience dealing with the IPC. We don't need to do anything crazy. We can just go fix this issue real quick. Hold on, I gotta see how many. We got 604. We already pulled once, which means that's so sad. Look at this, is so sad. I cannot believe I pulled a Himeko after like 80 pulls of not getting a gold. It's so sad. Where am I going? Over here. I'm going over here.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
What is Man's talking about?
I'm trying to reason with you here.
What are you talking about?
That toxic voice sounds familiar.
Oh, it's Scott.
Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
You know what?
Toxic voice.
Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways.
Oh my god.
But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
It's just his brain.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Scott, what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Well, you're not wrong, but
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
I'm here to help Yangqing sort out the trouble caused by the IPC.
I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
Shut up.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
We'll see, I
Deal
guess.
with the IPC protest, Miss Shikwe. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections.
Mm-hmm. We'll do our
This
best.
is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
Oh god, he's in charge. Who let Scott in charge?
Heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
Wow.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
This guy doesn't understand.
The cargo to the Artisanship Commission. You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
Yeah. I hate this man.
Several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
God, I'm in baggage claim hell. Please let me out of here. Please.
Security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
What's up, bad times? How's it going?
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
Yeah, he's annoying the shit out of me.
Science's regulations
Please,
on biological
save me.
products are very strict.
Please.
Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade.
Yep.
Honestly,
That's a good assessment. That's a pretty good assessment. Well, I know a thing about convincing Scott.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
We'll do our best. It's about midnight here. I will be right back once again. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm no longer harvesting souls. I had to piss Max. Oh man. Oh man. At some point we'll see the stone, but I gotta drink so much water. At the end of negotiation, if your morale is higher than or equal to your opponent's, it is considered a successful negotiation. Otherwise, it's a failure. If either party's morale drops to 0, the negotiation immediately ends. Negotiation choices lead to different outcomes. Negotiation strategies. Alright, we'll do our best. We gotta play a little Ace Attorney.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
To some extent.
Let's use that against him.
Alright. Won't listen to reason, has to be intimidated, follows the rules.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus,
Alright, we're gonna get this guy.
IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Okay. From the legal perspective, uncomfortable, Yanchin's identity. Oh, okay. So if I'm confident, I can double my results. Okay. Let's start with... Let's start with Yanchin's identity to intimidate him.
You were dealing with civilian merchants where you could use the IPC's name to scare them. But this time, the Cloud Knight Lieutenant standing before you represents the will of Lawfu's general and won't be intimidated by your words.
Of course. I'm sure we both want a peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I want things to be resolved peacefully, but aren't we getting stuck in rigid formalities here?
Here.
Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Just skip the reasoning part and resort to good old violence. We will proceed with caution.
Don't underestimate Cienjo technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
I don't think that was the right. That wasn't the right thing. That wasn't the right thing. That wasn't the right thing to say. I fucked up. I fucked up.
And my fleet has accepted this transportation order. Naturally, I need to be responsible for the integrity of every piece of cargo.
Okay.
Besides, cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
I will call Dr. Ratio right now. Give me a double results.
Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue spouting nonsense.
Ooh, this dude talks like a Redditor. He kind of does, right?
Well, actually, if you see Particle A, Part B, under the laws of aerodynamics, bees can actually fly.
Or whatever. Alright, we've activated our strategy. Now, okay. Should I show him that I have Dr. Ratio's phone number in my hand? Which is such a funny name. Should I ratio this guy? I'm gonna I'm gonna ratio this guy.
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost like family. Doesn't that make me practically a member of the Intelligentsia Guild too?
Did that work?
What's all this?
Fuck!
Even if you were married to him, you still couldn't represent the Intelligentsia Guild.
I would never. He's got a boyfriend.
Follow the regulations.
Shit.
That's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
I tried to ratio him. I would like to go back. I would like to go back and try again. Try to resolve this. Oh, man. IPC regulations, maybe? I might lose. I might have to restart.
The cargo to the IPC for transportation. It's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety, right? Why would you need a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Did it work?
Let me tell you something.
Shit, it didn't work.
In Article 17 of the IPC's Building Material Logistics
As Article 17 of the IPC's Building Material Logistics Department.
During their transit, all risks, save for those pertaining to the transportation safety, shall be the sole liability of the consignor.
Alright, that didn't work.
Well, only protect the integrity of the goods and prevent
Shit,
anyone with
I failed.
from getting
Oh, I failed. I'm so bad.
Or whether the cargo itself poses a security threat to the destination, that's not our responsibility.
I fucked up.
We have reached an area beyond your expertise, doesn't it?
Restart. Retry.
All right, that's enough. I'm not going to repeat myself 100 times. I thought you were reasonable and civilized, but now it seems you Cienjo folks just don't understand the basics of business.
I hate it here. I hate this guy.
With the Intelligentsia Guild. And if we breach it, we'll have to pay a hefty sum. Even if we sold the souls of every employee in the marketing development department on this planet, it still wouldn't be enough to cover the costs.
I hate this guy.
Listen up, kid. I don't mind delaying this transport for a few more days. Once the engines are repaired, our ship will leave immediately. and you won't have any reason to inspect the cargo.
If that's the case, I can assure you the Cloud Knights won't let your ship leave.
Oh, really? Then you'll receive a ton of complaints from the Intelligentsia Guild and the IPC's Marketing Development Department. You're too young.
You keep saying he's too young, but he's probably like 200 years old. These people live forever, bro. They age slow as shit.
Mr. Scott, I'll take it as your agreement to the inspection procedure. Now...
Not so fast, you little brat. According to the IPC regulations, I have the right to arm myself and protect the property on my transport ship.
If you were gonna fight us anyways, I'm just gonna kick your ass.
Reasonable and civilized. But now, it seems the IPC just wants to play by its own rules. My apologies, Mr. Scott.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Stop him, guys! For the Amber Lord! For the Amber Lord!
For the Amber Lord! Shut the fuck up, Mr. Scott. I'm kicking your ass, bro. I'm beating your ass. I'm killing all your men.
Rhythm get messed up.
You're never gonna negotiate again.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
You're gonna get fired.
This is unity. Every petal all will be swept away by the wind.
In the mood. Nice, like
And you're never gonna get hired ever again. The IPC is gonna disown you. You're gonna get exiled. Why would you think it was a good...
all of you! Why is the IPC even paying you? You're a bunch of losers!
Even if you didn't know who I was, which you do, by the way, you do know who I am and my team is. You also, as the lieutenant underneath the general of the entire ship that you're on, the nation that you're in. Why would you... Whatever. This guy's an idiot.
Just be grateful that that little brat showed you mercy. At least your staff aren't seriously injured.
Yeah.
How do you IPC cronies have the audacity to fight Cloud Knights? You practically assaulted law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
Another one? Who the heck are you?
I may be a bit late, but the good news is I'm here now.
She's here now. Oh, hello.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha.
Hi, Lingsha.
Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Law Fu.
Oh, you just got appointed. I forgot.
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission.
She's a videodra.
Containing samples of
She's a little dragon lady. See her ears?
They needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
I failed the negotiations. I'm sorry, Miss Lingsha.
If you really don't want your cargo,
I'm so sorry, Lingsha.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Let her finish, kid.
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
They're gonna blow that shit up.
Sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Just relax, kid.
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
I hate
Your
you.
ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases.
Oh, you're gonna be stuck here for 100 years, bro.
It'll only take around 47-star calendar years.
At least 47.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
I like Lingsha. Why are you still making demands, bro? He does not understand the situation he's in. Back up, bro. God, I hate this guy.
Do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always crawl before the intelligence guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Which is nothing. Thanks, bro. Game audio is being weird? Is it like crackling or something?
As annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
Sounds good on my end, so is there something weird with OBS? Now it's fine? Okay. Okay. Weird.
Really something else.
Weird, weird.
Is this the IPC product?
Oh god, they got a whole robot in here.
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Everything was playing triple? Oh god.
Turn it off.
Alright, I just got attacked by a Terminator. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Maybe it's the new, like I said, I had to fix the audio. Maybe it's the new beta thing for their audio capture that they're doing in OBS. I'm not sure. For me, it was normal. I'll have to watch it later and check. Watch the VOD back, I mean. When an ally is inflicted with Terror Grip, attacking the caster of Terror Grip once can dispel Terror Grip. How many times can we put Terror Grip in a single sentence? When TG ends, if the caster of TG is not attacked, the G... Oh, wow, okay. When Terror Grip ends, if the caster is not attacked to dispel it, then it will fall into Terrified. Okay, so don't get terrified, I guess.
That was a surprise. Until everything burns to ashes. Set the seas aflame.
Stay in. Let's improvise.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Okay, we gotta get our setup. We gotta get our setup all set up, and then we can break him so he can't terrify us. Big super break. Howling Casket is what this thing is called. He's moon raging. I don't remember what that does. I think he has bloodlust? I don't know. All these new mechanics. Moon Rage has ended. I got an achievement for that. It's probably for ending the Moon Rage before he could do anything, maybe? I don't know. Closing an open casket.
Seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
Yeah, it literally attacked me as soon as it opened.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
Yeah, so it's our fault.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
The Amber Lord.
Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
I like Jiquei. She sounds so unenthused at all times. Every time she's in a scene or whatever.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside, just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Why do you say that? What does that even mean?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Gross. Wetware.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship.
It's a good connection you made there.
See, we're trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
Everyone disperses and goes their own way.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky.
I'm sorry for failing the negotiations, Yang Qing. Yang Qing, I failed you.
Thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy.
Big guy.
I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Are you hitting on him?
Can't argue with that. As for you, you must
Oh,
be the guests from the
she can't
Alchemist
argue with that.
restaurant.
Okay.
Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive. It wasn't
She sounds sarcastic whenever she speaks, and I like that. I like that about her.
So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's have some tea with the nice new lady, the new leader. What did I get here? We got the 2 story ones, and then yeah, okay, I was right. I guess. Hold on, let me just check. Okay, that doesn't refresh for another day, so we'll have to wait on that. Let's go to the Alchemy Commission. Let's have tea with Ling Sha. Shusheng! My girl, what's up?
Hey, you're back. Why didn't you say anything in the group chat?
Because I forgot.
I'm on duty. Let's catch up later.
You look so pretty when you're serious.
Cut it out. I'm carrying out my sacred duty.
Oh, sorry.
Stop hanging around here and find something better to do. Once I'm done in a few days, call up Lil Gui and Huahua, and let's grab a meal at Aurum Alley. It's been ages since we hung out.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
She said, "Stop hitting on me while I'm at work, idiot." That's so rude. I can't believe it.
All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned.
Did he explain his identity to you, or do you just know that for some reason?
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I
think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the Ambrosial Arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
And for those who don't know, the Ambrosial Arbor is a big tree.
Once a seed is planted,
It's very pretty.
no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit.
This game, I realize this now that I'm having to listen to it. It's just, there's a lot of keywords in every sentence, huh?
Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The
Just a
seed
ton
was
of
already
keywords.
planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
Why such a serious topic all of a sudden?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the crime.
Oh, I see. I see.
Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
All right, I like Lingsha. She's
Even though I'm a
she's
Vidyadhara
seething.
like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha.
Oh, and what's that?
The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't
Keyword,
sever
keyword,
one's
keyword,
desire to
keyword,
prolong their
keyword, keyword,
existence. Just
keyword.
like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples
Keyword.
of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy
Keyword.
Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears
Keyword.
knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara.
Keyword, keyword.
However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
That's fucked up.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence?
General.
None other than
General.
General Jing Yuan
I tried to say general and I fucked that up so bad.
What? You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably complicit in things he didn't know about. Have to get going.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing?
Hope you can recover quickly. Thank you, Demon Killer. Have a good night. I'll keep drinking my water and eating my apples and maybe piss out a stone at some point. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching.
Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Hi, Yoon Lee.
Yun Li, why aren't you with your grandpa?
what brings you to the Alchemy Commission?
Everybody's like,
Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
yo, not again.
What a small world. You stole my sword. Give it back.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Oh, her timing is so good.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
We were literally here first. Go away.
Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Oh, God.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted.
You can talk to swords?
When you should strike, and you struggle to
How
stay
come I
calm
can't
when
talk
your
to
sword is
swords?
unsheathed.
Let me talk to the sword.
See you again? I realized your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword.
No, it really was.
You who lost focus.
No, I mean, they can both be true. You took the sword.
Expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now.
You literally... What are you saying, bro? You literally took it.
Saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure. I can give it back to you now. But on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine. You don't have to give it back because I'll take it back myself.
Is this the war dance?
Who do you think is tougher, Donna?
Is this the war dance?
I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So,
Yeah, they weren't good at their jobs. They were corrupt.
focus on them instead of each other.
They were a little messed up.
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
God, she's annoying.
Heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going? I'm glad I had the sound on for this because Lingsha's voice is just so dripping with it's just vitriol. She is so... I like Lingsha, and I wouldn't have got that if I didn't have the sound on. Maybe I should start playing with the sound on. Hello there, Lycan. How's it going? Their experimental abominations have been festering here.
What was I saying?
Contest, I'll be the referee.
Oh God,
The one
okay.
who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Alright, I'll do my best.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Yep, they're both ready. They're both ready. Time to go.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Okay.
Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Okay.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Yanqing only has one sword.
Time
When Yunli takes action, she'll use attacks to defeat the enemy first. Okay, we have a little bar up here to see who... That's kind of fun. Alright, I don't really know what Yanqing does. I don't use him that much. Awooga. Awooga. Oh, it just moved everybody down. I wish it didn't. I wish I could have got to pick my team a little bit better here. So we could have a healer, but that's fine. We don't need a healer.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Why are you so mean to me? Oh god. Wow, she does a lot of damage, huh? She killed that big guy in one hit.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Alright, we're just gonna have to do our best without a healer. It should be fine, right? It's not gonna be too bad. I think it'll be okay.
Enjoying yourself? Strike apart. Grace and elegance.
Grace and elegance. Alright. I don't know really how well this is gonna work, but we're just gonna keep doing this. We're just gonna keep doing our best and see what happens. Is his ultimate really a single target attack? I didn't realize that.
Take your positions.
Some value, I suppose.
Okay, let me get some more skill points. I'm running a little low here, and then we can use the other stuff later. Okay, I have to kill more. I have to kill more than Yunli. I can't let Yunli win. There's no way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If she wins, she'll just be laughing at me forever.
Existence is unity. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Time for swordplay.
Okay, I think this is the last one, right? So, we win? We win! Oh my god, we win!
I win, Miss Yunli.
You got lucky.
Oh yeah, you got lucky, alright.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Ooh, he's throwing shade.
That I'm not interested in your rusty sword, because I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
Damn.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
I really don't get what her whole angle is. She's just being annoying. The cutscene's cool, though. And watch where you're throwing those. She might take another one, Ying. She might take another one, Yanqing. Okay, this shit is cool as hell. Get him! Get her! Oh. There's Fei Xiao! That's gotta be Fei Xiao. Hell yeah. God, I want her. God, I want her so bad. I gotta wait a whole nother month.
You have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the
No, that's the general.
A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises.
Fei Xiao. She looks so
However,
cool.
I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
God, I want her. I said that already, but
No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
no, they got off on the wrong foot for sure. Hello.
What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Bailu?
Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Yep.
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
She's badass.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic?
Wait till you read the alt script there.
Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
Yes! Wink at me, mommy! Sorry.
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
No, they're gonna fight again in the war ritual or whatever.
Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again.
God damn.
By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
Yes, miss.
This is how she apologizes? Now?
Oh my god. He's gonna collect himself.
I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
We could have handled it too.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough.
I don't believe you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
I don't believe you. God, she's so cool. A moment later, Fei Xiao leisurely walks to the ancient seaside shore. Ancient seaside shore. Ancient seaside shore. Ancient seaside shore. There we go.
What do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But
the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Lawfu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jingyuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having
Her jacket is so cool. Her belts are so... She's so Final Fantasy is what she looks so Final Fantasy.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway,
I like them. I like these two.
So you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
She's right about that.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou's spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Dramatic. Very dramatic thing to say of you.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
If Bailu told you to have some tasty food, you're gonna have to have some tasty food, and you'll be cured of no time.
I've not seen for quite a long time.
God, I can't wait till her banner. Meanwhile, Yangqing and Soul return to the Exalting Sanctum.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere?
Yes, it was.
She's so awesome.
Yeah, that was me. She's just like me.
She swung that massive sword. She just casually blocked her attack with ease.
With ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
So why don't you?
You think so too, right?
Oh yeah, Xianzhou swordplay is really good. Like, really, really good.
Can't you put a little more enthusiasm into it?
No, not at all.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
Most, not all, but most.
Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng.
Not everybody.
By the way,
But
now
you'll
that
be
today's
okay.
events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the seat of divine foresight. He has something important to discuss.
So many discussions, bro. Something important?
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Zhu Ming.
Yeah, probably.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
That's fair. That's fair. What did I get? What did I get? When two blades meet. Whoa. Alright, what am I at? 760. How much do I need? 1120. I think that's where we're gonna end the stream today. I just wanted to chat a little bit for a little while and get back into streaming after being in the hospital and not being able to stream because of audio problems and computer problems, and then going straight to the hospital. So it's good to be back. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna go make some dinner because I forgot to eat dinner because I have been snacking on fruits all the time. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click on the link in the pinned comment to go watch my latest video, and I will see you all probably tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.